I'm not a wedge.
You already put it out there. You have a magical spell over me. Hey everyone, James and Mark here with another mukbang. If you guys like this video, please give us a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you click on the bell notification so you don't miss out on any updates. Today's mukbang features mussels. Not Mark's mussels, no. That is not on display and they are not edible. We are actually having two types of mussels. So I prepared dinner today. We're doing a...
I just got really excited. Sorry, please continue.
We're doing a Japanese style mussel on the left here.
Baked mussel.
Baked mussel, and then this one is kind of like a Rockefeller style, so it's like breadcrumbs, cheese, basil. I'll go into like how I made each of them later on in the videos. We're gonna dig right in just so they don't cool down too much. And then behind here, we have a little rice and salad to make it a well-rounded meal. So I think I did 5 on each plate if you want to keep count, but yeah. All right, cheers. How is it?
It's good.
So normally, like I've made this recipe for many years. I actually think I did a cooking video on it a long time ago. I'll put the link somewhere up here if you guys want to see how I made it, but this was different. This was completely like, let's just see if we can make a different style of mussels, and it's pretty good. It's not bad.
I want to try it. So this has breadcrumb and egg, or cheese?
Breadcrumb, cheese, olive oil,
butter,
basil.
Oh, basil.
Yeah. I use the olive oil as like, because you need something to help it brown the breadcrumbs, I guess.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for this one, it's really just a combination of Japanese mayo. And I guess, I mean, the difference between regular mayonnaise and Japanese mayo, like what would you say?
It might be less mayo-y flavor. Yeah.
So like sweeter? I feel like Japanese mayo is a little sweeter.
Maybe. Tangier, maybe?
I don't know about tangier. Actually, I don't know. But it's that, sriracha, lemon, and then what kind of, it's not salmon roll, what kind of?
Flying fish roll.
Flying fish roll.
Masago.
Masago, there you go. And then you just mix that all together, spoon a little bit into each of the mussels, and then at the very end just finish off with whatever you want to garnish it with. So I use green onions and sesame seeds. If you want to make your life a lot easier, when you buy the mussels, just make sure you defrost them and then actually pluck them away from the shell, because you guys don't know, like there's like this little, I think it's called a foot, right?
Yeah.
And it really attaches the mussel meat to the shell. So if you remove it earlier, it'll make it a lot easier when you have to eat it.
When we order this at like at restaurants, and when they don't do that, I find it really annoying.
Yeah, because that means you probably have to touch it more.
And it's so easy to just prep it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not bad for just winging it.
We've been on a roll of filming mukbangs.
Yeah. Or just in general, just filming things.
Filming things.
Yeah.
We danced. We drink banged. Drink banged. Yeah.
Now the weekend is over.
now the weekend is over. I think now, you know, since the wedding is long past and there's no more planning, we find ourselves having a little bit more time, dedicating more to creating content for YouTube, right?
Yeah. Or even just like things like today we went to the mall and we weren't pressed for time. We could just actually walk around and not have to worry about getting to our next appointment. We even got to go to the park with Hedu. I know last video we just talked about how we hadn't taken him out for like a year, and I think that kind of made us feel like, oh crap, we should take him out soon.
Yeah.
Don't know if he enjoyed it, but we did.
We did. We fed the ducks and the goose. Geese?
There was more than one, so probably geese.
Geese. Unless there are another form of ducks. So James wanted to do another seafood boil, which we will soon, but I feel like it was kind of not that long ago since we did the collaboration with Cassie, and we kind of did a seafood boil then. So then we kind of decided to stick with seafood, but instead of like the crab and the lobster, we decided James decided to go with mussels.
So I want to say, like, because we're eating with rice and then the salad we dressed with this like ginger miso dressing, that it slightly goes better with this one, which is a little bit more Asian style. This one I feel like I need to be eating it with
Bread.
yes, yes,
Like a baguette.
We don't have bread in this house though. We have hot dog buns.
That we bought for the ducks.
Yeah. We actually have a lot more mussels too, so we finish this, we might take a pause and refill.
Your family loves it when you make this for them, huh? Yeah, James used to make this a lot more frequently. Every time we have like family dinner, and his family just eats these all up right away. Especially you, Brandon.
Brandon's my nephew, if you guys don't know. The funny thing is, it's like, I think one of the reasons why I made this more frequently is I knew there was a positive reception to it. I think one of the worst feelings in the world is cooking something and people don't like it as much, but you know, no one's saying it's gross or they don't eat it, but it's like...
Is when no one touches your food.
Yeah. That kind of happened recently with my pasta salad. I was like, okay. I should have just made this. So, you live and you learn. So we have a lot of masago left over. Is there anything else we could potentially like use it in? I don't know if I know how to use masago in anything else besides like something like this and like sushi.
Like poke bowls. Or like the fermented cod roe pasta.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And just sprinkle it of masago on top for garnish.
What else do you, what's the sauce in that? Is it just something, can I just make like pasta with like butter and then just top it with this?
Yeah, they also sell little
Right, muscle regenerated.
seasoned packets.
Oh, yes. It's kind of weird.
Oh, you're trying to soak up
the sauce.
mayo?
Yeah.
The shell's so pretty inside.
Yeah.
I kind of want to...
What, keep it to put your like jewelry in? So I think these ones, this box were New Zealand mussels. Green lip?
Green lip.
Green lip or green shell, either case, because it does have this really nice green edge here. And I think the box was like $10, and it made at least 20, plus I think we have about 12 to like 13 more in the back. So it's pretty affordable if you want to make it at home.
And no need to buy like a fresh mussels, right?
Yeah, I don't know if there's any difference or not, but
I mean, it might taste better, but the convenience of using frozen, because it's already shelled.
yes.
I mean, not shelled like all of it, but half shelled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. James was gonna get 2 boxes of mussels.
Yeah. I think I tend to overbuy. You tend to buy just right. So I probably should just listen to you. But so I say we finish this off and reload. I'm still hungry. I mean, I'm getting full, but I still want to eat. I just want to eat. I don't know if we've ever actually had leftovers of this before, because it usually just goes. Isn't it weird how like is oysters considered a crustacean? Or not crustacean,
A mollusk?
You can eat that raw, but how come you can't do that with mussels? Is it because they like are considered bottom feeders, or they have like all that stuff that...
Well, maybe you can eat it raw, but maybe it just doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
I know I told you this before, but there's this one variation of mussel. I don't know what species, but this mussel ability is, so they kind of open up a little bit, and then they show their body outside of the shell, and that piece of their body that they're showing looks like a fish.
Oh. But it's not.
Which is used as a bait for other fish to come to want to eat it, but the mussel will then like do something with it. I think the mussel eats the big fish. Yeah.
That's so trickery.
Yeah, and so they were saying how the mussels, like those that were evolved to have their bait look more realistic like a fish, survives, and those that kind of look semi-deformed
Oh,
fish,
that's sad.
no, then they can't get any food.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so today when we were at the park, I felt like when we were feeding the ducks and everything, we felt more inclined to give it to the ones that had a harder time getting the bread.
That was
right?
being bullied around, or the
Yeah.
smaller one because of the
or they're not as
larger.
fast.
Yeah.
Like, I think we just have a soft spot for like the underdog or someone that might not have as many advantages.
Even some of the pigeons flew from a nearby tree.
Yeah.
And although we were there for the ducks, we're like, well, we have enough to give some to the pigeons and to the little finch birds.
So this is what I'm afraid though. Like, Mark's such a huge animal lover. Like, it starts out with what we brought 6 hot dog buns. I think next time he's gonna up the bread count. I'm sure.
That went by faster than I thought.
See, that's exactly. But I was
Then
like,
again, at the end,
we
this
circled.
is James. Everyone gets it. Like, is like
I was basically like Oprah, but with bread, and I liked it, but I was kind of getting intimidated when they started crowding around, and then there was one type of, what was it? Was that a duck?
A goose or?
It had like a beak that looked like it was a helmet, like.
It had a bump on the head that was attached to the beak.
Yes.
And it makes like a old car horn, like
yeah,
honk honk sound.
And it was slowly approaching me as I gave it one and it ate it, and then Mark was like, he's asking for more, and I started getting like, oh, like I don't.
Yeah.
So I know a couple of people that have the fear of like birds and like, yeah, and I kind of understand that. I'm not afraid, but I'm like a little intimidated when they flock.
Yeah.
It's like a lot.
Because you don't know what's gonna happen.
No, I don't. And they were not concerned with Hedu at all. Like,
And
Hedu wasn't concerned either.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny.
Yeah. Set, reload?
Yep.
Okay, time out. And we're back.
So we reloaded the plate.
So apparently this is all you can eat mussel buffet.
Ooh.
And James said, because the first round was like beautifully presented, this one just toss it in the plate.
You know what? The honest reality of it all is that only a fraction of you actually got to this part of the video. So in YouTube, there's actually a whole, I don't think I've ever really shared the analytics with you like that closely. Like I might tell you certain things, but there's actually a chart for every video that shows how long the average person watches it.
Oh, okay.
And so it sharply, so like obviously it's really high, and then it sharply decreases around like 2 to 3 minutes, you know, because I guess that's the attention span. Like people are either going to invest in it or not. Obviously, all of our loyal subscribers, we know that you guys watch all the way through the end, but it's helpful because you kind of get an idea on like, well, if it drops off that fast, what can you do to keep people to watch through the whole thing?
So every 2 minutes we have to do something like crazy.
I mean, that's one approach. I don't know if that would work.
Stay on, iPad giveaway. Just kidding.
That's not the right. I think you would get dinged for that. I think it's more like, yeah, there's certain things like if you do a top 5 list, right? If you're invested in listening to the first 1 or 2, you're gonna probably watch it all the way to the 5th thing, right? So it's like little things like that they suggest, but I don't know what we could really do in a mukbang outside of maybe what you just suggested, or who knows? I mean, I think maybe the drink bong is a very interesting concept because it's probably more interesting at like the 15-20 minute mark after you've had a couple shots versus when we're like just starting out. So that could be something that would help with, they call it audience retention. I'm nerding out right now, but it's just really interesting to me. This morning I was like replying to your guys' comments on one of the videos, and then Mark came into the room and was like, "Oh, you're working very hard." And I know he was being funny, and I kind of laughed, but then at the same time I was like, "You're mocking me right now because it's like work, but it's not work. It's just I'm just answering comments. I didn't brush my teeth. I didn't have clothes on yet." Yeah. So. This mayo, sriracha, flying fish roe, masago, I keep forgetting what, would be good as a dressing. I just like scooped a little of my salad in it. It was like good. I feel like a fatty because I use my finger to just scoop every little bit of sauce. Is that okay, Mark?
You do you, boo.
We haven't been saying that enough lately. Apparently this is an all-you-can-eat mussel. Sometimes I'm slow, and it takes a while for me to register that you said something funny. Oh, this mussel looks really wide.
Okay, let's see how well you know your Vietnamese. How do you say mussels in Vietnamese?
Mussel. Am I gonna just pretend it's not there?
Good thing we bought the name brand paper towel.
That totally fell on my calf.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Did I not get a napkin?
I gave you one.
Did I eat it?
You can have mine.
Where'd it go? I really think that's how you say it, but I could be wrong. That's how my parents say it.
Oh.
What about in I've seen it in Korean because sometimes they have it as a Korean barbecue option and I see it on the menu.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But what's it called?
Honghap.
Honghap?
Either honghap or hongap.
Hongapaseo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Just kind of disturbing.
From my angle, it just looks like we ate a whole colony of mussels.
I cooked it up with a little bit more rice I can use in my little Oh my god, that was good. Gosh, we haven't had this in a long time. Right. So every now and then we'll play a game where I ask Mark what my last bite's gonna be. So you think my last bite's gonna be this or this?
For sure that.
What's your logic?
It has mayo on it.
What do you take me for? Well, you're right.
Well, just a minute ago you're like, oh, I like to dip my finger in and go. So you apparently like it.
He's super observant. It's scary sometimes. Like he'll make connections, and I'm just like, you got all of that from like listening to just even like someone would say like one word about something, and then he would know something before that person even knows. I can't give examples right now, but I'm just saying you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like it shocks me.
You make me sound like a witch, and
Well, you have witch-like tendencies sometimes.
and like King Louis is gonna burn me at the stake.
Well, what movie were you, or not movie, TV show were you watching?
Versailles.
There, I mean, spoiler alert, something happens, and it was a very disturbing scene where someone was getting burned at the stake, and I was like, what are you watching? So when that was happening, were you thinking, that could be me?
I'm not a witch!
You already put it out there. You have a magical spell over me.
Oh, is
I think we just wrapped up another mukbang. If you guys like this video, please make sure you give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Question of the day, if you had your choice to taste one of these, which one would you try? We're gonna call it the Japanese style mussels or the Rockefeller style mussels. Let us know down below in the comments, and we will get to see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
We should synchronize our wave. That's the one thing that bothers me when I
Okay.
edit.
Bye.
Bye.
Now we have to synchronize the waving
Okay.
first. So you go towards your right,
Okay.
and then the speed.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Bye.
That's not in sync.